an apple cider donut. You don't want to put pumpkin spice on apple cider. That's gross.
I'm blowing minds right now. Put them together, right? Make a sandwich out of it.
Oh my gosh, it's like a basic B fall dessert. OMG.
And now.
Aye. I'm the captain now.
Coming to you from the K2 Studios in San Diego, California.
This sounds great. You sound amazing.
I always sound amazing.
It's the world famous
Everybody's hitting off like BFFs.
Kris and Kristine Show.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for listening, and I am Kris.
And I'm Kristine, and welcome to episode 149 of the Kris and Kristine Show.
Ah, fantastic. It is almost to 150. You know, and I drive in a F-150, so we're almost there.
Yeah, we definitely are. We are creeping up closer to that big mark, and can you believe that we're going to hit episode 200 before you even realize it? But I guess that's almost a year away, huh?
There's a lot of podcasts that have already hit 200 episodes, but some of the shows that do that also like release episodes like every single day. So are you up to the challenge, babe?
Heck no, Trader Joe. Like doing it one time a week is a stretch.
It is. It's a real struggle when you're trying to juggle different schedules, like my schedule versus your schedule versus the
here
guest
comes
schedule.
The busy badge.
Yeah, I'm shining it up nice and bright for you to see. Check this out.
I want to throw it away because there's no need to flash your busy badge.
Well, nobody likes being busy, but we just are. Just the
I like
nature.
to be busy. I love to be busy.
What?
I think being busy is like keeping me out of trouble. I think being busy is a good thing.
I like to not be busy, but I always am busy. So my goal is in life to never be busy. That's like
How is that even a goal? My goal is to do nothing.
That was an ultimate goal.
If you do nothing, you die.
No.
Yes. Like we thrive on being busy. I don't think that you're created to ever be able to not be busy. You always find things to do.
That is very true. Like every free second of the day, I'm like, you know what? I got to do something. What am I doing wasting this one valuable second of the day? What am I doing wasting it? I got to do something with it. I got to use it.
Today is a perfect example when you were like, okay, while you're upstairs doing your meeting, I'm going to be setting up for the podcast. And I come downstairs and I walk into the office. There's a recording sign and I hear you from upstairs. I'm like, what is he doing? So I just walked in. I ignored the recording sign.
That's what I said. The recording sign's there for a reason. It says on the air flashing. You see that going on right now?
Nope. But you were supposed to be setting up for us to podcast, so there should have been no reason for you to be recording.
I was on the air, babe. What do you want from me?
On what air?
On K2 Radio.
Are you like high on air or something?
Okay.
Anyways, how's your day been going?
My week or my day?
Your day.
My day has been fantastic. It's been amazing. You know, I'm off of work this week as we record this podcast episode as Vacation Kris is in the house. And everybody loves a good Vacation Kris, especially Kris himself.
Why are you talking in the third person? You're so bizarre.
Well, that's why I roll. You know, I always see myself from like above, like an out of body experience is how I roll.
But that's not something you should be admitting to people over the airwaves.
What are you talking about? You know, I think everybody needs a good out of body experience. Every now and
maybe
then.
like at Woodstock or something like that, but not on a regular basis.
How old are you, babe? At Woodstock, dropping Woodstock.
You'll never know. I'm an old soul, but your day's been going good.
Yeah, for the most part. Actually, it got really, really good when some special person, like mention names, might live here.
Might be sitting across from you right now.
It might be in the same room right now. So she actually brought over the finest San Diego barbecue for lunch back to the house.
I don't think it's the finest. I think the finest is Grand Ole Barbecue.
Well, you're only saying that because they're down the street from our house.
No, because they really are so delicious.
They are good, but if you live in San Diego or you've ever been to San Diego, like the number one barbecue place in all of San Diego is Phil's Barbecue. And I
don't think they're that good.
Hey, what blasphemy? How dare you? Poor Phil. He's rolling on his grave right now.
No, they're just all right. I mean, compared to what my mindset is on good tri-tip, they're just A-okay.
What?
Yeah,
Unbelievable. The barbecue sauce is really good, though. Like, they sell it at Costco. I used to get it all the time. It was a hit. It was a rave. All of the ribs I used to ever barbecue, I would smother that in the Phil's barbecue sauce, and everybody
It should tell you something
loved it.
about your cooking if you have to smother your stuff in sauce.
Hey, it works, right? It's good. Everybody does it. Everybody loves a good barbecue sauce. I think barbecue, it depends on a good sauce.
I don't know. I'm not a huge sauce fan. And so I did bring you Phil's barbecue today, and I got you the El Toro, which is the tri-tip sandwich. And you love that thing. It's basically on this like gigantic hamburger bun.
I don't think I call it a hamburger bun because it's thicker. It's like a what's it called? A brochet bun? I'm thinking like, what's it called?
Brioche?
Brioche. What did I call it? Brochet?
Brochet. Oh my gosh.
It's a brochure of a brochet.
Today, you and words have been hilarious. What was it this morning that was the other word you were having a hard time saying?
Brewery?
What word was it again?
Brewery? Brewery. You know, it's like the brewer.
Brochet and a brewery.
I don't know what it is with bees today. I don't know what's going on with me. You know, maybe I got stung by a bee in the tongue. I don't know.
Maybe. You're so funny. So we had Phil's barbecue for lunch. We were chatting about breweries.
So you did it too. You did it too. Blaming me.
Yeah. Vacation Kris is in the house. You definitely do have a happier mood when you are on vacation. And I know that it's because you get to kind of like call the shots on your own week, but do you have any big plans for this week?
Well, in fact, the biggest plan of the entire week is what we're doing right now. Which
is no different than every week.
Podcasting. Well, the thing is, too, I was telling somebody the other day about podcasting stuff because he was showing me his YouTube channel he did a couple of years ago during the great 2020, let's all stay home and now we're bored, let's do something year. He used to do podcasting stuff online on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube. And he was showing me his YouTube channel of, he had great graphics and great guests. And it was a great looking show. But he stopped doing it. I said, why'd you stop doing it? Well, you got busy. And it was only during the whole COVID thing when everybody was locked down. They couldn't do anything because he was at home. Unlike me, which actually had to go to work and do the grind every single day. So I did not have a lot of seat time. What I mean by seat time, I'm talking seat time in this chair, in this office, in front of this computer.
Busy badge.
Right. So there's not a lot I can do in the podcasting space while I'm not here while I'm working. So when I'm off work and when I'm on vacation, Kris, it gives me plenty of opportunity to have what I like to call seat time. Like you get that when you're in an airline.
Why are you doing air quotes? Seat time.
In
like everybody can see you.
In this podcast
seat time.
Well, in this podcast chair right now.
In the studio.
Right. Which I normally do not have a lot of, quote, seat time.
Air quote, seat time. Well, so you did some recording for the radio today, for the radio show. We're doing this podcast. Are you going to put out an episode of Podtastic?
Yeah, I eventually will. That'd be the next thing I'm going to work on this week is another episode for Podtastic Audio. I do have another guest booked for Friday, which will probably be last Friday as you hear this episode. And that'll be another big time expert in the podcasting realm. That's what I'm going for now. Podcasting Audio, I'm really kind of focusing more on like big names in the podcasting space.
So what you're telling me is you're a name chaser now. Got you.
Well,
if the shoe fits.
It does. But I'm only focusing on people in my particular niche, which is all about podcasting, not like randoms.
Opposed to podcasting, it's podcasting.
That's right. And right, Mungo. There you go.
You are a goofball today.
Well, hey, it's vacation, Kris.
You're
what
like
do you expect, man?
Philosophically. You're like, podcasting. Bingo wingo.
Well, thanks for putting me in my place, babe. That's what you're good for, you know? Put me in my place.
Them's some fighting words over there.
Yeah, I like to live dangerously, like I say.
You're a goofball. Well, any other plans for you this week? Like any special things that you have planned for you and me?
Well, for you and me, we are going to do a spectacular birthday weekend special party. I don't know.
Because it's up to me to plan.
Well, I don't know what the plan is yet. So.
Yeah, because your birthday was on Monday, but the kids have been gone. The littles they've been sick, and Jacob is still sick. He still has a fever. And so we haven't had the kids over here because they needed to stay with their mom since that's where they were when they got sick. And so I know for you, like you don't like to celebrate your birthday without the kids around. It just feels kind of like awkward for you. And so we just had to delay the birthday celebrations.
Yeah, it's no big deal. But I used to do that all the time. When I used to have to work well, I guess I still do. When my schedule falls on, to say, working Christmas, if I'm scheduled to work, I'm scheduled to work. I got to work it. So what I've done in the past when days like that is kind of worked around that. So whatever the next available days off with the kids would be, that would be our quote unquote Christmas. So I guess we're going to do the same thing with my birthday. When the kids are here and they're feeling better, we'll have the big birthday bash for me and all that fun stuff.
Well, what is it that you want to have happen for your big birthday bash?
I think I just want love and respect from like everybody.
Well, since that's not on the menu, what else can we give you?
Am I asking too much? Is that just too much? Am I going too far? Is that overboard?
Yes, I think it is.
Asking for love and respect is just a little too much.
It's a little too much. Like the love I can handle. The respect, it just depends. It's situational.
I know. Situational. A birthday, does that fall into that situation? I would think it would.
Maybe. Well, so do you want to do anything fun?
You know what? I'm trying to think. Like I kind of love traveling.
You hate traveling.
That's true. I love traveling. Like
you love the idea of traveling.
Yeah. Like I love looking at postcards, but I don't want to go there. Like I go to the postcard rack at the gift shop. Oh, it looks like so fun and so cool. You know, if you want to send me a gift card, yes. But if you want to send me a postcard of a place that I might travel to that I probably won't, go right ahead.
You'll travel in your imagination. What if we were to like transform each room in the house to a different country and have like different snacks from every one of those countries around the house? And it would be like, now we're going to Japan and we're going to have sushi and
But you're
tempura.
a shellfish allergy.
But I would make it for you. And then,
no, you couldn't even touch it. If you touch it, you got it on your fingers.
Okay, well, I would just buy it for you and it'd be in a container.
Okay.
And then the next place we would go to is Germany and pretzels and beer. And then we would go into the next room and it would be Australia and we'd give you Vegemite and Pavlova.
Sure, why not?
And then Mexico and we would do fajitas and quesadillas.
Now you're talking. And don't forget margaritas.
Margaritas. And then we would go into another room and it would be Russia and it would be potatoes and vodka.
No, they got more things than just potatoes in Russia, don't they?
Yes, but
what is a Russian dish? Like, what is it famous for?
I don't know. Why are you quizzing me?
How do you cook that, by the way? I don't know. How do you cook that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You cook it
with vodka and potatoes, of course.
With a little bit of love and respect.
Yes, there you go.
No, we should do something fun.
Well, didn't they have that at Disney World? We get Disney World.
Epcot.
Yeah, they had that World Land or whatever it's called, where you go to different world spots. The same thing you're describing. Each land had their own like theme, and each spot had their own country.
Some of them didn't smell that good. I don't remember which ones they were, but we should go to France and we'll do crepes and snails.
Hey, I've been to Paris, Las Vegas, which is almost the same thing as Paris, France.
Basically.
In fact, I've heard that they actually modeled Paris, Las Vegas out of Paris, France.
I thought you were going to say they modeled Paris, France after Paris, Las Vegas.
Well, they could have done that too.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm neither here nor there. I wasn't there to see it. I don't know.
Yeah, but you are now. So we'll figure out something fun for us to do for your birthday. But as you're looking into, now officially being 50 years old.
Hey, wait a second. I did the math today and I'm not 50 years old. I mean, I know I have like a third grade math level, but I think I can figure that out,
So as you're going into this 46th year,
no, I don't think that's right either, but you keep go with that.
Yes, it is. What do you have as your goals for this year?
Okay. I would love to retire early.
Like this year? Okay. How much money do you have put away for retirement?
$1. Actually, okay, take it back.
But if you rub
$2, I have $2.
Rub them together and they'll have babies.
Yes. That's how it works, kids. Birds and the bees. You heard it here first. So no, I have $2. That's all you need for retirement.
Really? Why?
Because the lottery's up to $700 million.
$700 million. Yeah. If you were to win the lottery, would you actually quit your job?
Of course, 100%.
If it was how much?
I would have, honey, if it was $1 million, I think quit my job.
You would not. I would not allow you to. It'd have to be at least 10.
Sure. Why not?
Because after taxes, you're only going to get like 40 or 50% of that.
Hey, if you can't make it on $4 million, I mean, I know inflation's really up there, like really high right now. So we really even $10 million might feel like only $1 million. But I think, is my theory, is that if you invest well and you really kind of like, just kind of pace yourself with the money, don't get all nuts. So like, oh, Ferraris and Corvettes.
But you would.
Gosh, I probably would too.
Yep.
Like, it's hard to really say, like,
especially cars.
Yeah, you would be. Oh, especially cars. You're right, because like the car that you've always wanted to drive, but you never could set foot in, and now all of a sudden you got the money in the bank to just buy it today.
Right.
That it really messes with your emotions because you don't really. It's like with anything, really. Did I ever tell you the time when, like, at work, when it was a time of year when I got my big fat tax refund and we got a bonus at work right around the same time, like in March. So here I'm sitting on all this cash. Do I really need to come in extra on the extra day for overtime? No, I'm sitting on all this extra cash. So you start getting more relaxed. You're trying to get out of work early. You try to work as much because you really don't need the money because you already got all this cash.
And then what ends up happening is all the extra money gets sucked up for bills because you're not working all the extra overtime. And
that's
then you don't get to do
circle of life.
fun.
Circle of life, baby.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just grateful to have you around, and I love spending time with you, and I would love for you to be able to retire and build yourself a studio up on the hill or something like that. That would be amazing. If we were to win the lottery, we could transition our hill that's in the side yard. It's like 1/4 of an acre, and we could like flatten it out and build like a mega podcasting studio and like get all the permits and everything. It'd be amazing.
You just blew my mind. A podcasting studio in the sky. It'd be like that movie. What's that Tom Cruise movie where he was like fighting aliens or whatever on the planet Earth that was all decimated?
Independence Day?
No, and he's like in the sky house where he's living. It's like a futuristic sky house. It's like, I don't know. It's like floating in the sky, like up in
aliens.
No, you probably haven't seen it. But anyways,
I know I haven't seen it. That's why I'm.
But anyways, the house is super cool because it's like in the sky, and it's like, imagine the podcasting studio being kind of like that, where it's like up elevated, and you can look out the horizon, but it's all soundproof, so like no echo. I was just
thinking like on the hill.
Let's get the drafting board. Let's figure this out. Let's draw it out right now.
No, I was just thinking like on the hill, not like hovering over our house on the hill.
Well, it would be up. It would be up on the hill, so it would feel like
on stilts or something.
Of course, that's how you do it. You build it out over the hill on stilts, and then somehow you have to have like, obviously stairs to get up there. You can't like climb the mountain to get up there, and then you'd have like the best stuff inside there and all the cool gadgets and gear and all the fantastic stuff and a big window that would like look over the big view of the city of San Diego.
But would you really want a window if you need it to be soundproof?
That's a good question. We need to figure that out. Like, get the engineers on that. But I think it'd be kind of cool. Be very inspirational to be up there doing a podcast like this. Are you kidding me? It'd be great.
Like you're like in the clouds, and I'd say, "Get your head out of the clouds," and you're like, "I literally can't."
We live up here now.
Well, I am happy to be doing this podcasting episode with you, and I have come up with a very fun next segment for us, and it is a surprise for you, Chris.
I have no idea what she's going to do. I have no idea what's going on here.
Yep, and we're going to be back with it right after this. If you love music and podcasting, now you can have both. Introducing the brand new K2 radio station, available 24/7 on the Live 365 app for free.
Specializing in rock and alternative music, we're talking bands like Coldplay, Nirvana, Muse, Imagine Dragons, and yes, even the Rolling Stones. They have all stopped by to drop off songs, and we even have brand new popular tracks added every single day.
Also on the free K2 radio station, we are including podcasting. Get the best of both worlds. Download the free Live 365 app or listen online at live365.com and type in K2 Radio. And welcome back, everybody. Today on this section of the podcast, we have a fun new game. Are you ready for this, Chris?
A new game. I don't know if I should be scared or excited or both.
Okay, everybody. Well, let me just tell you. So typically when we don't have a guest, Chris comes up with the content, but I told him, hey there, ho there, mister. It's my turn to come up with content for the podcast. if you remember last week's episode or the last time we had our episode, we did a list. Do you remember what our list was about?
It was things we waste money on.
Things we waste money on.
And I'm surprised that Girlfriends wasn't on that list either. Things we waste money on.
Wah, wah, wah. That landed not appropriately. Hopefully not Girlfriends for you, considering since you already put a ring on it.
Well, I'm saying if you have multiple girlfriends, think about that. Boom, blow your mind at night.
Oh my gosh, you're so weird. Well, I came up with a fun game because, hey, y'all, it is fall, right?
It is fall. The weather around here did flip the script. You were gone and you were up north doing a couple weddings. Yep. I remember, and it was hot when you left. It was warm.
Just this weekend. Mm-hmm.
And then you come back here.
It was freezing.
You're like, is air conditioning on cold mode or something? Because it's cold here all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, since the seasons have started to change and since Halloween is just coming this weekend, I figured that we would have a little bit of fun with I created this myself. We are going to give you a fall foodie quiz. Now, when I talk about a fall food quiz, think about 17 magazine, what color is your personality kind of quiz. I'm going to give you this quiz. And then depending on how you answer will determine what level of fall foodie you are. Are you ready for this?
I love that. So basically, let me get this straight here. So you're going to tell me a food and I have to agree if I like it or not?
Yes, exactly.
So based on that food answer,
however many, I'll count up the total at the end to see how many. And you have to answer honestly. And you can tell me a little story about the food if you like it, yes or no. But I will write yes or no. And at the end, I'm going to count it up. And then we're going to have your ranking. And I'll tell you what officially you qualify for as a fall foodie.
That is amazing. And also the listener listening right now can play along too. So you listening at home can play along too. See what your favorite fall foodie food is going to be all about too.
Absolutely. So there are 30 foods on this list. Are you ready?
Oh, I am getting hungry already. So what could
possibly... Okay, foods and beverages.
When I think of fall food, the only thing I can think of is probably pumpkin spice everything. So I don't know what else there could possibly be. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I looked it up. I did research. I looked at 7 different articles and I pulled together the top 30 foods for fall and play along with us, everybody. But are you ready, Kris?
I am definitely ready, baby. What you got?
All right. So the first one is hot apple cider.
Hot apple cider. Yeah, I like apple. I like it. I do like it.
Well, I guess it could be hot or cold, just not sparkling.
Who gets cold apple cider?
Well, in Julian, it's apple season. And so they have the cold apple cider and it tastes like apple juice. It's just a little thicker.
Yeah, you just call it apple juice. You don't call it apple cider.
No, it has seasonings and stuff in it. And it tastes really good.
Wait,
spices.
Are you talking apple cider with alcohol?
Well, it could be. I mean, you can define it anyways. You can have it as hard apple cider, cold apple cider, or hot apple cider. Are you an apple ciderist?
I do like apple cider. Let me tell you, at work, they've got a little coffee area. And then inside the coffee area, they've got these packets of stuff. And some are teas, some are hot cocos, but they do have the apple cider packages.
Ooh, those are my favorite.
And I don't know how old they are because they're kind of, when you try to flip it to kind of get all the stuff.
They're crunchy,
like a brick, It's like a top ramen packet, It's been sitting there for a while, and I'm trying to flick it to get all the stuff down to the bottom so I can tear open the top and pour it into the cup. I've done that plenty of times. And when you mix it up, even though you put hot water in there, even though you stir really good,
and there's still chunks.
You can still the chunks, the sediment still floating around the bottom. It is what it is. But
but a good hot apple cider.
I have had that from time to time. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, next on the list, apple pie.
Are you kidding me? I love apple pie. My absolutely favorite apple pie is the Dutch apple crumb top kind.
Oh, it has the brown sugar kind of stuff on top, the crumbly stuff?
Yes.
The Dutch apple pie?
That's the one.
Ooh, that sounds good. I remember one time during fall, a couple years ago, I got you one from Julian Pie Company, and it was a caramel Dutch apple pie.
Even better.
Yeah.
You have me at caramel, baby.
We should go drive up to Julian.
Let's go. Let's go right now. We'll put a pause on this. We'll be right back. Hey, the apple pie was delicious. We're back now.
Okay. Next on the list, baked mac and cheese.
I can't stand mac and cheese. So I would give it ranking from 1 to 10 on my scale. If it's there and there's nothing else, then of course I'll try it, of course. But I will try to pass over it if there's something else that might sound better than baked mac and cheese.
So I'm going to put it as a no. Because, I mean, if it's saying like you're obsessed with it, because these are like must-have fall foods. Like, oh, your fall isn't complete without this food.
I didn't know it was even a thing. So
okay. All right. So then the next thing is baked persimmon anything. So,
it's funny you say that about persimmons is because growing up in Alpine in front of our house, we actually had 2 persimmon trees in the front yard that actually grew out a good wealth of persimmons every single year. I don't know what these things were. So it's funny. They go green and they turn into that orange color, persimmon color. But before they get to the orange color, as a prank we used to do with each other, other than throw them around and hit each other with them, is that we would dare each other to take a bite into the green one. Well, you take a bite into the green persimmon. Well, it's not ripe yet. You know what happens?
No.
It's a very sour, bitter feeling that, I kid you not, it like numbs your gums for like a few minutes, to where it's like it's the most numbing feeling of like, it's weird. It's like it's a discomforting feeling, but it's funny. It's funny to watch the other kids try it and like, look at that, look at you, and they just laugh at each other.
Okay, but do you like baked persimmon items?
I do. I'll take it. I will take it.
Okay, that's a yes. All right, next on the list, Brussels sprouts.
Okay. Only if they're smothered in seasoning, sauce, and bacon.
Okay, so is that a yes or a no, sir?
By themselves, no, I could pass on that. Come on now.
We're going to put it as a no.
As Macy would say, ew, healthy.
Okay, butternut squash soup.
I think that falls into the camp of the, what was the last thing you just said?
Yes or no?
But I don't think I've ever had it. I think
really? Oh, it's so good.
Is it?
I love it.
Is it like minestrone? Is it like vegetable soup? What does it taste like?
No, it's like creamy. It's like
so it's like clam chowder, right?
Not chunky. It's like a smooth, like a bisque, kind of like a tomato soup.
Is it like broccoli cheddar?
No, that's like chunky. Broccoli cheddar is like chunky. It's like a smooth soup. That's a no.
Put me down as a big no on that one. I don't even know what you're trying to describe it. And every time I think of things I like that it might be like, you're like, no, it's not. So I guess it's not. Going the wrong way. Okay.
What about caramel apples? It's like a Halloween staple.
Let me think about this. I love apples and I love caramel. Put them together, and yes, they are messy to eat though. They are tricky. You get the little stick there. You're trying to. The first bite's always a tricky. It's like, how do I get into this thing here? And you're like, you're going to get this thing all over your lips and all over your face.
Yes.
So you got to go in and just be brave and just go in and just take one for the team. Get in there. And once you get the first bite down and in, you kind of can use the leverage of the little lip of the apple part and the caramel part to get into the next bite. It's a little easier.
I still prefer them being like chocolate, like caramel dipped with chocolate coating so that it's easier to like cut and eat. Like the ones they have at Disneyland at Marceline's Confectionery.
You don't just eat them off the stick? You cut them?
I cut them off into slices. I can't like do that whole biting into something. Just like I can't do candy apples. Candy apples are bizarre to me because
I don't think I've ever had one.
They're like that hard cinnamony coating on the outside, but I feel like you're going to rip out a tooth with them.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, so caramel apples are a yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, what about chestnuts?
Only on roasted fire.
But have you ever had them?
I don't even know what they are.
I've only seen them on a Hallmark Channel movie.
Okay, well, that's where they live. I think if you ever get any kind of mixed nuts, like a nuts jar of nuts, I think they're in there. And
chestnuts are big. They're like, I don't know, bigger than the size of a quarter.
Are they really?
Yes.
Like, are they bigger than a walnut?
I think they're right around that size.
Well, like I said, I've had lots of mixed nuts, cans of the stuff like that, or jars of mixed nuts. And I usually just take them all, shove my mouth, and just chew away.
So chestnuts you've never had, so we're going to put it as a no.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I have had them, but I don't really know what they are. I just eat them.
I think you would know. They have
all nuts, when you put them together, they all taste the same.
Okay. Well, I put it as a no.
You roast them and you put salt on them. They all taste the same to me.
So it's a no.
I'll eat them.
So is it a yes?
You try to twist my words around.
No, I'm trying to get a yes or a no because I can't do it in between. If you've never had them and
I don't know if I have had them. Maybe I have had them.
So you would know. It's not like a must-have fall food. It's just like, I don't even know if I've had it.
You know what? Fine. Put up a no on those. I don't know. Fine. No on chestnuts.
Okay. Next one, chili.
I love a good chili. Oh my goodness. Only a couple of different Costco's around town here on their food court. They actually have a chili option.
Ooh.
It's not very much either. It's like maybe $3 or $4 for a big cup of chili. It's pretty good stuff too, And of course, I don't remember if they give you like the cornbread and the bread stuff with it. I don't think they do. I think it's just a cup of chili.
But chili and cornbread on a cold fall evening.
Are you kidding me?
That's like the best
It
thing
is.
ever.
I love chili. A couple of different Super Bowl parties we've had. I remember you cooked chili for everybody. And I think that was a fantastic, hey, tip of the day, kids, a fantastic like football, like especially like a thing, well, not Thanksgiving, but like say a Super Bowl party.
Super Bowl, because it's like still wintertime. Yeah.
Yeah, depending where you live. Yeah. And it makes a great, warm, great meal that can be consumed on a nice chilly day. I love chili on a chilly day. I love it.
Awesome. Okay, next on the list, cider donuts.
Okay, what is that, and where can I buy one?
So the answer is no then.
No.
But so they use like apple cider as part of the liquid to help create these donuts. And so they taste like a little bit of apple and cinnamon and nutmeg. I really think we need to get some cider donuts. They sound amazing.
I will try it, definitely. If we were at like a Dunkin' Donuts or Yum Yum Donuts or whatever donut place, you pick your choice. If we were sitting there and they had a few choices of things, I like to go a little more on the gourmet side if it's available. If it's not available, when it comes to donuts, I'm pretty basic with like the basic glaze or caramel glaze, chocolate glaze, whatever.
Well, I think if we were to go to a place like Donut Bar or like, what's the other one? It's called...
Oh, Donut Bar. Donut Bar is like the big one.
Yeah,
right?
Donut Bar, they're like more gourmet. I think they would probably have cider donuts. I could look them up and I think that they would be yummy.
Now, these cider donuts, do they have to sprinkle pumpkin spice on top of them? Or?
No, not pumpkin spice. It's like cinnamon sugar. Because it's a cider donut, it's an apple cider donut. You don't want to put pumpkin spice on apple cider. That's gross.
I'm blowing minds right now. Put them together, right? Make a sandwich out of it.
Oh my gosh, it's like a basic B fall dessert. OMG.
Okay, what you got, baby?
Okay, cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I love it at Thanksgiving dinner, and that's about where it goes and where it lives and where it dies.
Okay.
It doesn't go anywhere further than that.
Okay, so then the next question is cranberries in any other food. Like some people at this time of year, they like have to bake with cranberries. It'll be like cranberry cookies and cranberry scones and cranberry bread. And are you a diehard cranberryan?
I will take that, but can I just say one thing here? Speaking of cranberries, I have to remember this one thing is that about a few years ago, I discovered a cranberry mustard that I use for my work sandwich. Every day at work, I make a basic sandwich, which is basically a turkey, provolone, and avocado with this new cranberry mustard sauce I found.
Cranberry honey mustard.
Oh, is that what it is? Honey mustard? Yeah.
Yes.
Cranberry honey mustard sauce that I found. And I've been buying it for the last like 4 or 5 years now.
So basically you're bougie as heck.
When it comes to my cranberry,
when it comes to your sandwiches for work, yes. But I'm putting a no because you had already said like cranberry sauce is where it lives and dies. Like you're not. But I do
like it on my lunch sandwiches though.
Right. But that's not like you have to bake with it. Like there's people that like stock cranberries and they're like, I have to have cranberries in this. We're going to do a cranberry cider. So that's a no for you.
But I will try it though. If it's available, I will try it.
But you don't have to live and die by it.
Oh, no. If you didn't remind me, I forgot it was even on the menu.
All right. What about green bean casserole?
Green bean casserole. Now, we're talking only for Thanksgiving dinner is where it lives, and that's where it needs to stay.
Okay, but it's not like a must-have fall food for you?
It's not even a must-have Thanksgiving food for me, to tell you the truth.
All right. Okay, what about Halloween candy?
Oh, gosh. Get out of here with that. I know kids are getting mad right now about candy and stuff. I'm not a big candy eater. When it comes to candy, for me, the only kind of candy I do eat when I do eat candy are chocolate related stuff. I'm talking like Snickers, Crunch Bar, all the stuff that's like a candy bar type of thing. I'm all about. That's fine.
Okay.
When it comes to the Skittles and the sugary sticks of sugar that kids like to eat and the bubble gum and all that crap, get out of here with that. In fact, even my kids, Jacob and Mason, they eat a little bit of it. They used to. We'd have like tons and tons of bags of Halloween candy hid in the cupboard from like the past year. We just throw it all away because they don't touch it really, So I'm not a big Halloween candy fan unless it's a small chocolate type stuff, really.
Yeah. It would be better if they like trick or treated for dimes and quarters. Like they could use all that.
One year I wanted to pass out little miniature toothbrushes.
And nobody would come to the house ever again.
Yeah, they throw persimmons at my front door.
Okay, next on the list, what about ham?
You know what? Some people love a good ham sandwich. In fact, when I go to the deli to get my meat for my work meat for lunch, ham always seems to be on sale. It's like way cheaper than anything else. They always seem to love a lot of ham.
What I mean, like a baked ham,
but the baked ham, I do love a good like honey glaze or what's it called? Honey baked, honey glaze.
Yeah, the honey baked hams.
Those ones are phenomenal when they're done right. And I like that stuff. The basic generic ham. Yeah, it's okay.
No, I was talking about like the baked ham, like for the holidays. So.
Oh, of course. I'm all about it. Yeah.
All right. Hot chocolate.
I love a good hot chocolate. Let me tell you. I would buy boxes of those Swiss Miss like hot chocolate boxes, especially the ones with the fake miniature like marshmallows. In the pack.
I love those.
But you got to get the real marshmallow ones. Those fake marshmallows they're like little like dots in the floating around in there. They're not very big, but you get the ones that have the real like you get the real you get the real marshmallows to put in there. I would love hot cocoa.
Were you saying the real hot show? Show?
No. Put me down. Definitely yes for hot cocoa.
All right. Mashed potatoes.
Yes, I love a good mashed potatoes. Let me tell you, it's one of the things I know it's probably fake, but at one time I always go to a buffet at any buffet line. I always get the mashed potatoes. Even though they sometimes they look real. I'm sure they are, but you get the ones that have the real chunks of like skin and potato in them. That's like the best. Or in fact, just recently, I actually cooked mashed potatoes for the very first time for you for dinner, if you remember.
Yes, you microwaved them in a little container.
Wait a second. I didn't microwave them, honey. I cooked them on the stovetop.
Yeah, but they were pre-made.
I opened the package. I dumped the stuff in the pan. I turned the pan on. I stirred it.
You're so
Ta-da!
funny. The mashed potato man. Okay, next on the list, pecan pie.
Oh, yeah, I'll eat a pecan pie. It's a pecan pie. I think pecan pie is a variation of pumpkin pie with pecans on it, right?
No. So you actually have to create a filling, and it's like brown sugar, and there's like a whole way that you go about it. So like brown sugar and butter and eggs, and there's some other stuff that goes into it that becomes the filling, and then the pecans are on top. But no, it's not just a variation. It's very different from a pumpkin pie.
But from like a distance, they look the same. Like you look at it, like, oh, there's two pumpkin pies over there.
No,
I'm talking. Okay,
covered with nuts on top.
A distance of like 20 feet with a squinting eye, maybe.
Still no.
Okay. Well, I said if it was there, I'll try it, but I'm not like have to have it.
Okay. Now next, and this isn't the same as the earlier one because the other one was baked persimmon anything. What about just persimmons?
Wait, other than eating them not ripe yet in your mouth, kind of melting in your face?
Like just eating fresh persimmons off the tree.
We had those. We do with them is that you use them for like maybe a pie or maybe a jam. They seem to work pretty good.
But not just eating them.
How do you eat a persimmon? They're like, you have to peel them back and they're kind of gushy and mushy.
Yeah. Some people love them.
I said, I have had them. We had a tree, so obviously I had them.
But that's a no. Okay, moving on. Next one, pomegranates.
What's a pomegranate?
You were just looking at them at the florist yesterday. They're red fruit. They have like the pomegranate seeds.
Right. I'm getting those mixed up with persimmons for some reason. I don't know why. So I don't think I've ever eaten one. And I think about it. I've seen them. I don't think I ever like, hey, I'm going to have bite. How do you eat that, by the way?
You like crack them open. I think you eat the seeds. I don't think you eat the flesh.
I probably had when I was younger. My dad, when I was younger, my dad used to bring all kinds. That's why he introduced us to persimmons. He used to bring all kinds of weird fruits over and like weird things. And try this, eat this. He was into that stuff because he was into farming and all that kind of stuff. So I have had it, but I don't recall much about it. And now that you're saying, do I have to have it on this fall list? Absolutely not.
All right. What about pumpkin bread?
Yeah, I love good pumpkin bread. Pumpkin bread is like the offspring of banana bread.
Okay, pumpkin pie.
Absolutely. I love a good pumpkin pie. You know, a good place to get pumpkin pie at, which really isn't that much, which actually they give a pretty good deal. And that is at Costco. They've got this big
Oh my gosh, their pies are so good.
And they're big. The pumpkin pie, like if you go to like the regular like grocery store and get a pumpkin pie, it's probably the size of like I don't know. It's pretty small,
Mhm.
But if you go to the Costco, it's like triple the size for like the same price. So there you go.
Okay. Now, what about pumpkin seeds?
Wait, what do you do with those?
People eat pumpkin seeds.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
100%.
What country?
In the United States. They
No.
take out the pumpkin seeds, they dry them, they bake them,
Are
and they
you
put
telling
salt on
me-
them, and people eat them.
Are you telling me that when you carve a jack-o'-lantern, all that junk you throw out, you actually can eat?
The seeds, yeah.
You'll just throw it away?
Some people will divide it up.
You're
And
trying to tell me that pumpkins are used for other things than jack-o'-lanterns?
all right, goofball.
Mine just blew my mind.
No.
I thought they were only for jack-o'-lanterns.
No, you're
And,
such
and
a
smashing
goofball.
with baseball bats.
No.
And shooting pellet guns
Some
at them.
people, so that's a no. Some people eat pumpkin seeds. Okay, next one on the list, pumpkin spice lattes.
Yes.
Really?
I
I've
have
never seen you had one.
Well, because I usually don't go to Starbucks this time of year. That's probably why.
Mhm. So tell me, what do you love about them?
The pumpkin spice lattes.
Blah.
Well, it almost reminds me. You ever had a good chai tea? It tastes kind of similar to that.
Okay.
So,
But pumpkin. Blah.
I like pumpkin spice stuff. I like pumpkin spice lattes.
Okay.
I know it's a basic bean. Everybody thinks it's the most basic drink, and everyone tries to push the pumpkin spice latte earlier and earlier every year, which you probably only come out like late October, but it comes out now like, June. But I think that pumpkin spice lattes, they're good. I think like when it comes to holiday drinks, as Starbucks does offer, I would jump on the pumpkin spice latte, the gingerbread whatever latte.
Gingerbread lattes?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Don't they have a gingerbread something else like an off breed to it? Like
An off-breed?
like a gingerbread / cocoa or something. Or
I don't know. Go
anyways,
ahead.
I love that kind of stuff too. I like
Okay.
peppermint mochas. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're still on fall. We're not to winter
I'm
yet.
already cutting ahead.
I know. Okay, what about sparkling cider?
I hate sparkling cider.
What are you telling me right now?
I'm sorry. Let me take that back. No, correction. I love sparkling cider. I was thinking sparkling water.
Oh, you like sparkling water?
I'll drink it in a pinch, just like somebody living on a deserted island would eat a cactus. Yes, I would do it if I had to.
Okay, what about squash?
Yeah, I love squash. I cook it on the barbecue all the time. I cook it when I do have vegetables. Back in the day when I was trying to impress ladies for my dates and I would cook dates, a couple things I would try to cook up would be like, I always try to cook a protein, vegetables, and then like a white rice.
Can
of
you
some
say
sort.
trying to impress the ladies? That was what you did for me on our second date.
Hey, there you go. If it works, it works, right?
You just figure out what works and see if it
So
sticks.
some zucchini, some squash, you cut them all up, you kind of sizzle them in the old stovetop or the barbecue, however you want to do it. And you kind of mix it as a mixed veggies. And I do that.
Okay. What about stuffing?
For like inside the turkey stuffing?
Yeah, or on the side.
Actually, I heard stuffing. You don't actually put stuffing in the turkey anymore like you used to do.
You could, but it's just not recommended.
Why is it not recommended? Because of bacteria or something?
Yeah, exactly.
That's originally where it came from. So back in the old Pilgrim days, little history lessons here, when the Indians and the Pilgrims first
They're
met.
not called Indians. They're Native Americans.
When the Native Americans and the Pilgrims or Native Englanders came over here to America, they were like, hey, dude, hey, you want some turkey? You're like, yeah, hey, we got some bread. Oh, what's bread? Hey, why don't we put them together? And they're like, hey, why don't we just shove it in the turkey and we'll just barbecue it? And they're like, that sounds like a great idea, And then they did that, and that was called stuffing. And then they came to thing. And then Thanksgiving was born. There you go.
No, it's not. But thank you for that not accurate history lesson. So are you a stuffing fan or not?
Yes. If it's there, I will throw it on my plate.
But
and mix
is it like you can't live, like Thanksgiving is not complete unless you've had it? When you're going through the line. And
Well, okay. If there was no turkey on the menu, then yes, Thanksgiving would be not Thanksgiving. I'm trying to think of things that really have to be on the Thanksgiving menu, right?
or the fall dinner plate. Yep.
Okay, well, to each their own. Turkey, obviously, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, stuffing's got to be on there. Cranberry sauce got to be on there. Yeah, definitely. If they're going to be shopping for a Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah.
Okay. What about sweet potato pie?
Sweet potato pie. Oh yeah, I love sweet potatoes. Yes, it's like yams, right?
Yeah, but the sweet potato pie.
That's
it's
the one
an
with the-
actual sweet pie.
Pie or I'm thinking of the one. I think of the ones with the marshmallows and the brown sugar.
That's the next one on the list. That's
Then what's
the
the
sweet
difference?
potato casserole.
Then what's this thing?
It's an actual pie. It looks kind of like a pumpkin pie, but it's a little bit more orange. And some people eat it as a dessert.
I don't think I ever had it.
Okay, so that's a no. All right. Turkey is the final one on the list.
Well, of course, I love turkey. I love eating turkey, for my turkey sandwiches every day. It's a different kind of, it's same turkey, but it's a different process of turkey than your basic, like, carving the turkey Thanksgiving dinner turkey. Now, if it comes to turkey, here it goes. I have never tried a fried turkey, which is all the rave, but of all the videos you can watch, everybody blowing their house up by dropping a frozen turkey into a fryer, somehow it explodes, like full on, like nuclear bomb explodes. Like, I don't know how that happens, but I'm not a scientist. Don't quote me on this. But that's what thing that really kind of scared me away from doing any kind of frozen turkey. Fried turkey, that is. And turkey, you go to the fair, they got those like big giant turkey legs. Not a fan. I just can't see eating those things. People gnaw on those things for days, but I just like regular turkey cut, meat with some gravy poured on top of it and mashed potatoes, and I'm good to go.
Okay,
so.
Well, I have counted up your totals. So if you listeners have been playing along out there were 30 possibilities. So count up the number of yeses that you have on your list. And out of 30, Chris, what do you think your number is?
I think I said yes to most of them, really. So, it's 30. So I'm going to guess like 20, maybe?
You were actually at 18.
18, correct?
18 that you were yes to. So here's our categories, all right? If you scored 0 to 9, then you are in the category of I couldn't be a fall fan even if I tried. So 0 to 9.
Makes
all right.
sense. Yeah, you love like summer, or maybe you love like Christmas or something.
Yeah. If you were 10 to 14, your category is wannabe fall doll.
Oh, okay.
You're a wannabe fall doll.
I'm not a wannabe fall doll.
Nope. If you were 10 to 14. All right. The next category is 15 to 18. And you were at 18.
I'm like right in the border there.
Yeah. So your category, what you fell into was PSLs are basic, but then again, so am I.
What is basic?
Pumpkin spice lattes. PSLs are basic, but then again, so am I.
So I'm a basic pumpkin spice latte girl.
Okay. You didn't get this one, but if you scored 20 to 24, then your category is OMG, I need a photo in that pile of leaves. I'm a fall thief.
Well, see, I'm pretty close. Like, I'm like borderline that. So I guess I feel right in the middle. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then 25 to 30, past the Uggs because I'm an ultra fall thug.
Whoa.
So, Chris, you were in the category of PSLs are basic, but then again, so am I. Congratulations on being a basic B.
As you say that, I think you're right. Like, I think I am a basic B. Like, when it comes to like desserts and like what do you like? Chocolate, vanilla, whatever, caramel, things like that. Like, I don't like to go too exotic in my food choices. Right. Or my dessert choices, or my drink choices, really. Like, some people go to the bar and they'll order like some crazy exotic drink with like 15 different cocktail things that can go in it. Like, I'm just like, either my beer or give me a margarita, Or if I go for donuts, for example, like I'll just take the basic glaze or with the basic stuff or filling.
Yeah, so you're a little bit fall basic. Like, you'll eat the not so risky fall foods. You're just kind of like in between. You're not like all the way there obsessed with fall. Like, OMG, give me my Uggs and my gingham and I'm going to go frolicking through the leaves. But you have a healthy respect for fall. So thank you for that.
I think it's probably because I have a birthday in the middle of fall. Maybe it has something to do with it.
Scorpio season.
Yeah, it is Scorpio season, but did you know that I'm actually like a cusp on Scorpio? I'm like, when it means like that, it's like I'm half one, half the other. But I lean more Scorpio, but I think I lean a little the other way too.
What is the other way?
I forget. I don't have a pie chart in front of me.
You goofball.
I think it's Libra. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it's Pisces.
Maybe it is. No, it's not Pisces. Pisces is fall, but maybe, or spring. Sorry, that's me.
What's the one before Scorpio then?
I don't know.
See, listen, I used to be like a nut about this stuff. Like, I would actually look up my horoscope like all the time.
I'm so glad that you grew out of that phase.
There was a book there was a book that actually had the future, predicted the dates of what your like horoscope, based on your horoscope, it would tell you what your mood was gonna be like that certain day.
And then you just made it happen. So then it's like self-fulfilling prophecy.
I would look into the future, like, okay, what do I have going on that day? okay, let's just see what my horoscope says that day coming up, and like see my mood's going to be and all that crazy nonsense. And then there's books on like celebrities that had your same day and what they did in life and things like that. Look it up. You can go nuts on that stuff. But all I know is that I'm amazing and I'm awesome. And thank you so much.
And you are PSL basic. So did you have fun playing my fall foodie quiz?
Babe, I have fun playing any game you bring across here. And I do especially like talking about food and things that you love food and fall food and talking about food because you're an amazing cook and I'm an amazing eater for your amazing cooking. And sometimes I'll cook once in a while, basic wise stuff, like my mashed potatoes I made, which were very basic. And this was a fantastic episode. Thank you, babe, for putting this together. I appreciate
pleasure.
it.
And if you all had fun playing along with our game, then definitely follow along on all of our fall antics. We have lots of fun stuff coming up over the next couple of months. Definitely, if you took the quiz, share your score with us. If you can't remember what the categories were, 25 to 30 is Pass the Uggs because I'm an ultra fall thug. 20 to 24 is OMG, I need a photo in that pile of leaves. I'm a fall thief. 15 to 19 is PSLs are basic, but then again, so am I. 10 to 14,
that's me.
10 to 14 is wannabe fall doll, and 0 to 9 is I couldn't be a fall fan even if I tried.
Which means you hate life and love and fun. You're a fun killer if you're in that category.
Well, and we just wanted to say thank you so much for listening in this week. If you want to catch up on the rest of what's happening in our world, where can they find us, Chris?
You can go over to our master website, which is krisandkristineshow.com. And we got all kinds of cool stuff over there. It's like our master coolness website we got going over there. We got Christine Smith Designs right on over there. We got Podcasting Audio right on over there. We also have K2 Radio right on over there at krisandkristineshow.com.
And thanks for sticking with us. We'll be back with you next week.